Okay, I figured I'd bring you guys back for another little interesting thing. I've got my T-nuts roughly cut to size, and I've got them drilled and tapped for 3/8 16. That's my preferential size of hardware for securing stuff. But what I wanted to actually show you guys is what I was going to do with regards to milling the ends of these things even. I've kind of made a bit of a T-nut shish kabob out of them, if you will. And I've got a pair of parallels sitting in the vise right now that I'm going to let the bolt sit on and use that to keep these things at a consistent height as I go through the whole milling process. It works up until the point that my parallels fall out, I guess. But the other thing I want to show you guys, or ask you guys if you might have an idea what this thing is for. I've got an unusual cutter, carbide insert cutter that I'm going to use for this little project. Probably not what this particular cutter is actually made for, but I figure since I've got it, I may as well use it till I can at least figure out what its purpose in life is. So anyways, check this out. This thing has a really narrow included angle. I have no idea what it's used for, but it looks like this angle might be like 25 or 30 degrees or so. So I'm not really sure what to make of it. I mean, maybe it's just not meant to just be cutting on this lower edge and just be some sort of carbide insert end mill. It just kind of throws me with this tapered appearance that it has. So I don't know. I don't know if it's specialized or if I'm just overthinking it, but it's going to get used because I'm still kind of trying to figure out another thing: when to use a fly cutter, when to use a shell mill, when to use an end mill, etc., etc. At least for best effect, greatest effect. So I got this thing with a series of other cutters when I got from the same auction that I got this mill from. So it's another one that I've been kind of eager to test drive. So I'm going to test drive it now. So, wish me luck. There's nothing real fancy going on here, so I'm just going to clean this surface up and then flip these guys over and clean up the other surface and call it a day on that. So it's just going to be kind of boring stuff at this point. Just making chips in slow motion. So again, if you guys have a fast forward, this would probably be a good time to start using it. Alright, looks like it's not quite wide enough. I'll have to make a couple passes on it, but we'll get started here. Alright, just barely taking a cut. was tempted to grab the shell mill for this, and probably kind of should have. This still really feels like it's moving slow through there. Just wanted to try this cutter out and see what it's like. And hopefully this will be my last pass. Or at least last pass on this side. Gotta go a little deeper, I guess. Okay, it kind of dawned on me right there about at the very end that I'm probably moving through this material kind of in a backwards motion, so I'm going to do a little differently on the next pass, or on the other side. But anyways, you pretty well get the idea here. I'll show you what's... Come here. Come here. So a few more minutes and I will have the other side cleaned up and I'll be pretty happy with it, I think. So anyways, there's no reason to bore you guys any further. You pretty well get the gist. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have a video using the rotary table.